So we're going to talk about that first day of school. How did it feel when you knew you had signed the documents and you were doing it?
You know, my first day of school was almost exactly 20 years ago. I was 18 years old at the time, and I'm the youngest one there, and how is that going to go? But little by little, that fear began to go away. The professors took me in, and they would help me when I had questions or struggled with things, but also my peers, the students. You know, they knew that I was a little younger, and they didn't set me, they didn't push me back. They embraced me because it was a mix of different people. It was a diversity, a mix of ages and people in different stages of life. So that calmed me very quickly after I got to settle in.
Kenya?
I was excited, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to grad school. I told everybody I was going to grad school, and everybody wasn't supportive of me at my office.
They weren't?
No, they were not. They were like, oh, well, good luck, and I was like, well, thank you. And, and I kept it moving. So
was it scary?
It was
27
scary.
years old?
Yeah, 27 years old. You're in this classroom and you're looking around like, what am I doing here? I've been out of school for a minute. Physically sitting in a class, having to take notes. You've worked all day, and now you're going into an evening course. That's a whole other work-life balance that you have to kind of achieve, and it takes some time getting used to.
Yeah. I think a lot of people had given up on me, and it was a little disheartening. I was starting to doubt myself and whether I could really fulfill getting to the finish line and actually getting that degree. So the one thing I did was I took a step back from my career. I went from managing a law firm in Chicago to moving to Washington, D.C., and purposely taking an administrative job as a secretary, because to me, as long as I was pushing my career, that focus was on my career. And I needed to consciously step back and focus it on school. So I did that, and it was humbling, but it didn't matter to me because I was going to school at Strayer.
Carolyn, what was your experience?
I grew up in Germany, and English is my second language, so it was scary, but I guess every time it got really tough, I called my parents for encouragement.
Tell me about graduation day.
I was awarded the valedictorian speech.
You were awarded it? You make it sound like, you earned
I earned it.
Thank you. You earned it.
Yes.
So I was very, very excited, and obviously very excited because my parents were able to be there and some of my very close friends. I later found a picture that showed my dad crying, even though he says he wasn't crying.
Oh, he was getting something out of his eye. There was something in his eye. He didn't cry.
So I knew they were very, very proud when it happened.
Yeah.
It was interesting. When I graduated from Strayer, it was a fantastic personal achievement. I realized that I didn't have anyone to tell. It made me step back and say, wow, I'm doing all these things, but I really don't have anyone to share it with. And which kind of led me to my wife, Nicole, who now is my biggest fan. And so having success in one area can help you have success in other areas in your life too.
Yes.
And that was a big life changer for me, because it showed me that I can be successful. Wow, I can even be successful over here too if I put that same kind of dedication and focus into, my relationship with my wife and with my children. So.